Welcome to the AR-15 podcast. This show is for you if you just bought your first rifle or you've been building them for years. There's something we can all do to take our black rifles to the next level. My name is Nick Dooley. I am joined tonight by my beautiful coalition of co-host cohorts, and that is, we have our director of propaganda, Joe.
Howdy.
And, of course, you know him, you love him, the Prairie Revival, Garth.
How are we doing tonight?
Yes, it is a day. It is definitely, it's been a long week for me already. So I am definitely glad it is Thursday and glad to be here with all of you.
Yeah, no, it's been a week. That's for sure. How about that? We'll just put it there. I'm sure we'll talk about it more.
So, tonight, I think before we get moving into doing anything interesting or neat since the last time we talked, we'll do a little bit of our Thirsty Thursday. So, everybody have anything with that?
Got a bottle of Ben Holiday that I've had for a little while that I poured tonight. It's the just straight bottled in bond. It's not a bad one. I prefer their soft red wheat. That's a good one. But
yeah,
they're out of Missouri. They're a decent little company.
Garth?
Yeah, actually, I cracked into the Second Amendment bourbon tonight. I figured, I was saving it for a special occasion, but the way things are going in 2025, we might not get one of those. So I decided just to open it.
That is fair. I myself am having a nice glass of Penelope Toasted, and I do rather like that. It's a nice toasted barrel. And I watched What Is in the Comments, and he was talking about something that I was going to allude to with the fact that it is, in fact, 9/11 that we were coming from. It's 9/11 in 2025, but so September 11th, it's been 24 years since a day that changed America indefinitely. And to that, with all the first responders and everybody like that out there, I know that we all have something in our glass tonight. So with that, we will raise them in a toast to all of our first responders and military out there. And here's to you. Yeah. So, well, as somber as it might be for most people around, I know that everybody listening to this is probably aware of some events that happened yesterday and the unfortunate taking of a life in Charlie Kirk. I don't want to focus on that, and it's unfortunate, and that should never be tolerated for someone who was just there to literally talk to people and exchange ideas.
No, it sucks, dude. I wouldn't say I was a fanboy of Charlie, but I did watch his videos on Instagram and stuff like that, and he kind of really pushed me to the envelope of going out and just having the conversation, because I agreed with him a lot. The second we stopped having conversation, that's when violence starts. And so I've made it a point more, and that's why I always do wear my AR-15 hat out or shirts or something that, just kind of makes people stop and go, hey, and I want to talk to you about that, whether it's yell at me or not, just because I like to have that conversation.
Yep.
So,
Joe, you got anything to comment on it?
Honestly, I'm with Garth. I knew who he was based off of social media. I didn't follow him. I wasn't a subscriber of his. Those clips where you'd come along and he'd just, he'd shut people down almost with kindness. He had a way of, people would come out to insult him and call him names, and then he'd ask him how, and they would fumble. And I think it shows not just on his, the other side, but on our side as well. There's so many people that don't have any idea what they're talking about. They're just stuck in their echo chambers. They're spitting trash that they can't back up. They don't know what the words mean. They don't know how to describe it. They can't come up with any hard evidence. And I think that's what he he epitomized. He wasn't in an echo chamber. He went to the colleges. I mean, for a conservative
conversation,
to be a conservative and to go into any higher education, higher learning place right now where it's, and he did, and he had that open dialogue. And I think a lot of people, changed their views when they saw that. Others just fell deeper into the, I hate everything and everybody. And I was surprised. I found out from my boy, he's at school, and I got a text. Me and my wife got a text from him, and he's like, "Did you see this?" And then, and this was within like minutes, I think, of it happening. So I don't know if he was watching it live from somewhere or what, but, and then to see everything that has followed, it's heartbreaking. And then, yeah, it overshadowed other stuff that was going on yesterday and stuff that's going on again today. And dude, it's scary out there. I mean, Nick says it at the end of every show: self-rescue, get training. Like, you saw that video. I don't know what kind of training was gonna save him, but you have to have that ability. I was in a room full of 400 people last week and did not have I'm not one that goes into a restaurant and says I have to sit with my back to the wall facing doors. But I was at a convention last week, and there's 400 people in there, high ranking people in the South Dakota state government. And I had my pistol on me. I'm not gonna lie. I had a highway patrolman sitting right next to me who had his. I was looking right at it, but it was, in this day and age, I don't know how you can go anywhere without knowing that you can protect yourself. And especially, if I was going to McDonald's, I probably wouldn't have been so worried about it. But in a place, especially as divisive as we're seeing the divide in politics, and especially here, I mean, we saw for 4.5 or 6 years almost here in the state. It's scary.
Yeah. And I don't want for this episode to be a downer just about those events. So I too, like I was at a conference for the past 2 days, and it's one of those, like, when it happened, I got a couple text threads blew up, and I looked down and was like, "Oh man, what's this?" And then like, it literally, you could hear everyone around the conference in the room
At the same time.
Like, phones were all kind of going off, and I was like, "What's going on?" And like, it was definitely like the information got up fast. But I pray for him and his family, or like especially his family, and it's abhorrent what happened.
And it was, go ahead.
And to any one of us who, or like any of our listeners or anything, I know I don't have to say this because, or at least I hope I don't have to. Remember that he preached nonviolence. Honor that. Don't go look for trouble.
Yeah. I think that's probably the more shocking part of it, is all the social media people posting and blasting about how happy they are that he's gone now. And that's what I really can't, because, you think about 24 years ago today, it wasn't that this day brought us together. It was 9/12 that brought the country together. And now we're 24 years ahead of that. And there's uniting, but there's still a divide, and that sucks. And I hope this instance of what happened yesterday is something that brings the country together again. I don't know. Right now, there's a lot of hate on social media on both sides, and
I don't think it will. And I honestly don't believe that if 9/11 happened today instead of 24 years ago, that they wouldn't be celebrating in the streets. I am that lost. I am that given up on society in general. I've got 4 or 5 close friends and my dogs, and they're the only people there. Like, that's the line right now. I mean, yeah, I have to go out. Nick's got to go out. We go into our guard stuff and deal with lots of people, but there's very few that I trust for a lot of things, and society as a whole, and it's ugly. I think there's good in every spot, every place. There's good in I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of family that is on the other side of my political spectrum, and I get along with them just fine. I just choose not to bring it up. I saw a post today on one of the social media. Some lady was freaking out because she found out her nephew was a fan of Charlie Kirk. And it's like, yeah. And I'm sure he knew what your feelings were and how you looked at the world politically, and he didn't make a big fuss about it. Now this lady wants to go and, yell at her nephew for following him. It's like, no, do what your nephew's doing and shut your mouth, believe what you want to believe, but don't force it down other people's throats. And I think that's what Charlie was good at.
Yeah.
No, super good. So, yeah, that's a soul that's gonna be missed, because I thought he had great aspirations to do more than he was already in the future. So that, it sucks. And
Vince Hall commented here. He was 10 years old on 9/11, and he has a 10-year-old now, and had to sit down and explain significance and why this was news.
Yep.
Again, I don't want to make this whole show about that event. I don't think we should glorify or bring a lot of news to it. It's sad. It's a tragedy. He will be missed. And going to move on from it, not because I don't want to talk about it, but because I don't think that we should focus on something that's going to divide people more.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. If you want to hear about it, if you want to talk about it, there's every other platform you can go to right now. My wife asked me what we were going to talk about tonight, and if we were going to talk about this, and I said, I don't know. I understand why we would, and I know why, and I 100% understand why we don't want to, and why we want to just do what Charlie would want, and it'd be to move on and, do our thing, which it's hard to do, especially in light of everything, everything else that's going on.
Yeah. John R. says social media has ruined society and hasn't brought people together, just made the divide larger. And I will say, I was sitting in a briefing today with a 2-star. I was not wearing my green suit. And he said something that was incredibly effective and profound. And he said, he made one comment that made me giggle, and it was, TikTok is just digital fentanyl. And the other part of that was, he said, social media is just fear and hate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's correct. But I also think, and Dirt Racer says, I would have never went to SD if it wasn't for social media. That is also fair. There are good things about it.
No, there's a lot of good things out there. It's just unfortunate that it's a testament to society that people aren't intelligent. And they believe everything.
So I'm going to quote a movie here, and I can't remember which movie it is, so forgive me. It's just like one of those, you said people aren't intelligent, and it spikes into my brain hole. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals.
Yeah.
And
it's not Jurassic Park.
I don't know. It's like a person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals.
I think that was Jurassic. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, Men in Black.
Yes. There we go. That's what it is. That's why you don't. That's why I don't tell you about
that.
Yeah, it is. But it's the truth. It is. Most people are really good in one-on-one conversations. But to that point, there's too many that, yes, a person can be smart, but figure 50% of the people are dumber than the average person, and ask yourself what the average person out there is like right now.
I'm going to go back to AR Drew here, because for once in his life, he's right about something. Let's talk about the ultimate AR-15 build utilizing a high point lower.
Let's do it.
Now, with that, we're going to breathe a little bit of bright joy and stuff back in. But I see I Watched What is going a high point lower with a Lima 6 belt fed upper. I am excited for the Lima 6. Not sure when, but I have been talking to the creator of the Lima 6 about possibly coming on to talk to us. The Lima 6, for anyone who doesn't know, is a more economical belt-fed upper for an AR rather than the Fight Light. So it is going to be I'm not going to say cheap, it's still going to be expensive, but will be a more economical version than the Fight Light. And that is exciting. But before we move on to that, I know that like at least Garth did some fun things in the last week. Maybe got something cool.
Well, I got some. I have one of them right here. So yeah. But
all right, so for our YouTube watchers,
sorry, bye-bye.
We apologize. Come join us
we've
on Rumble.
made it. We've got away with it the last few weeks. We've been pushing some limit.
I know that Garth and I both have kind of new additions.
Yeah, kind of new. So I'm super stoked on this one. I told people I'd put it on social media and I hadn't done it yet. So this is kind of like the unveiling. But yeah, there's a local gun shop not too far away, 70 miles for us. So went over there. The owner is a good friend of Nick and I's and Joe. And so, yeah, I went and traded a few guns because, you know, I do that kind of thing. And picked up the new SIG P211. And it is a Butte Clark. I actually have not shot it yet. I was going to go to the range today, and then time got away from me. So this is going to be a tomorrow project. But, man, the weight on this thing is phenomenal. And after the show tonight, I plan on mounting a red dot on it. So that is something I'm going to do. I also picked up a used M&P 22 AR because it was on the shelf for $400. And then come to find out, it's actually our buddy's kid's rifle that he traded in like 3 months ago. So it's a funny roundabout way how I now have his gun.
Did you get rid of your other one?
What?
Or do you now have two?
I have two. I had 5 once. Then I had 0. Now I have 2.
You had 5, 15, 22 MPs.
I do stupid things, Joe.
We know.
Ooh, the Muddy Girl. Ooh, the camo. Ooh.
I almost did buy a Muddy Girl 2 weeks ago when I was going through Mitchell. So it was this close.
Speaking of stupid things.
Yeah.
I also did stupid things. And I now own, actually I should go like this. A Flux Raider.
It's only stupid if it's, expensive and you don't use it, but you're going to use the crap out of it.
You are correct. And my dot for it is not in yet. I purchased with my own monies and dollar signs a Gideon Omega to ride on top of this. And yeah, I had a spare M17 laying around, and over Labor Day they had a sale on these, so it was quite a bit below $400. So I picked it up, and now I owns a Flux Raider, and I happen to have a 9mm suppressor that will work nicely with it. And yeah, we're in business with a little sub gun.
Yeah,
and
great saddlebag gun.
Yeah, if I had a bike.
Exactly.
Well, more on that later.
Funny.
Yep. Joe, did you do anything of interest or note?
No, I've been classes started up again, so trying to stay up with that. I haven't made it to the range. I drilled this weekend, so I unfortunately have not been able to go out and do anything fun. The only thing I've done is I put apparently there's on the 365 on the fire control unit, there's a little clip that holds the retention pin in. That's why mine kept falling out, because it didn't have the pin. So I had to put that in last week. And that is not a fun little thing to try to put on. I found that out, so hopefully it doesn't come back off. I mean, good thing I ordered more than one. So now because I found it that one day. I was talking to you about it, Nick. And I'm like, what the hell is this for? And then I found it. What's that?
I was gonna say, I'm not sure what it says about me that I have friends who send me a picture of a random pin and go, "What gun does this go to?"
Yeah. Well, I knew it wasn't AR. I knew it wasn't an AR pin. I'm like, what the hell could this be for? And then I found it on the floorboard of the other vehicle a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, I didn't even realize it had fallen out. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't go out and need it or shoot it or anything. So I'm like, start looking around, like, why are these things? Why is this thing continuously just rattling out? I don't have to push. I can just shake it instead of it going off. The pin falls out, and So finally found out what I needed and where it was, and thank goodness for the internet. Otherwise, I had no idea that it was even supposed to be on there.
Oh, yeah.
I get that 100%. I did that to Nick like 6 months ago. I took my PCC apart to put it through the sonic cleaner, put it back together, and then found a part like 3 weeks later on my floor. And I went, I don't know what that's for. Sent it to Nick. Hey, what's this? He goes, oh, that's your bolt catch for your PCC. I went, oh, yeah, cool. So, yeah. Okay, it was like a year ago, I think, now I think about it, but good enough.
Yeah, that's one of those where I'm not sure what it says about me that, like, I didn't get the type of tism that makes me a bunch of money, but I also didn't get the type that makes me really into trains.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we could
trains, planes, guns, cars. I mean, stamps. It's all the same freaking thing, just a different flavor.
Yeah. Clicker's watching, and he has he had to watch the ads on the Rumbles to get up to it, and for that we do apologize, but we can't control Rumble.
Yes, we can. You can subscribe.
Oh, that is true.
Or does the subscription not let you fast forward live?
I never tried it. Or premium, I think what it is.
The subscription.
I don't know. If I'm not here in the show, I don't watch live when you guys are on. I'm sorry.
We know. Garth's like our version of Jeremy from We Like Shooting.
I mean, I'll go back and skim it eventually.
Yeah. Yes, those things happen. And but we did that, and I know that so doing that and knowing what your parts are is actually kind of important. I will say that.
It is a topic in America right now.
But I'm ting. Look at that. Look at that guy.
No, I tried.
No. So guys, as we come through here, we don't have a ghost, or we don't have a ghost. At least I hope we don't have a ghost in the machine. But we don't have a guest tonight, so it is just us. So you'll get some of our random ramblings as we go through and talk about stuff, because we had a couple topics and they kind of got sloughed to the side. So be prepared for what we have. So I know that one of the things that we've talked about, and that we all love PCCs, like we really and truly do. And we have a match coming up here. It's a PCC match.
Do we?
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. But have you guys been doing anything for training to work up for that?
Yes, I mean, other than shooting all summer with it, I haven't since I came back from the Minnesota shoot. Just time-wise, I need to get out. I plan to get out this weekend and then the next couple weeks, because right after that, Garth and I have Area 3 with our PCCs. So I need to get back out there. I do feel I took 2 weeks off after Minnesota sectional before I went out and shot that match out in Spearfish. And I think just giving myself a rest was helpful because I was shooting quite a bit and probably overstressing myself. And then I just went out there to have a good time. And I thought I saw improvement. So yeah, if not like this weekend and probably the next couple weeks, I'll be back out training up for that. Probably going to do more of my training with the M&P just because I think my accuracy is fine. That stuff is just more the transitions, speeding up transitions from, and so.
Garth?
Yeah, no, I haven't done a lot of shooting, I should say, because I still, working on the range here and there, and I have this weird thing where I have to get everything complete before I can start shooting on it, just because it's my TISM thing going on. But I've got a couple guns scattered upstairs that I've been doing ready ups with and stuff, and just trying to transition to actually getting a sight picture and then moving and keeping a maintained sight picture while I move about my house and stuff like that. Just because I know there'll be a lot of transitional shooting when we go to Area 3 and stuff like that. So just trying to keep focus and keep a level
Have
gun.
you looked at the matchbook yet for Area 3?
I've looked
They
a
have
little
it
bit.
out.
But I looked at it once, and then they sent another email saying they changed some things in it. I don't know if it was stages or
No, it does, I don't think they didn't change any stages. I think it was just some wording.
okay.
There's a couple ones I looked at. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But
Yeah, I know that I have been doing a little bit of training, and because I want to do that more often than not. And I had an idea as I was sitting here because I thought of something I did last year when I was prepping for zombies to go the first time and to work on transitions and things like that. And I'm not sure if this will work, but I think it might. Have you ever tried to put your Mantis in your PCC?
no, because there's no battery to one.
Oh,
I have a Glock, so it can't go
Yep.
in there. So no.
Yep, that's true. With a
But
Glock
if they're
loader,
listening, they should make one with Glock mags.
yeah. But the other part of that is even with a standard rifle, if you're working on transitioning,
Yeah,
with no recoil, you can do that with quarter-sized targets or smaller ones, and work that where you pivot and do the movement. Because one of the things I've had with that I've noticed and worked on with people, and I think Joe, you and I've talked about it before, when you go through and are changing targets when you're not running but just pivoting targets, is don't turn at your waist. Use your knees to turn. Like flex one knee or take pressure off one, because when you do that, your body will turn automatically. Does that make sense? Think of it like riding a motorcycle where you push on the opposite side.
Yep.
And lighten that up, because it's as you do that, you keep your body square and turn at your knees, moving your lower body. So you're keeping that mass more centered, and it makes it so you don't have awkward angles for recoil. Because if you're doing that, like having the awkward angle for recoil makes it harder to control and get that secondary follow shot. But if you're looking to do something like that and have that better recoil mitigation, one of the best things you can do is put a VZ grip on your gun so you have better control. The unique features of VZ grips is they're machined from a solid block of G10, and G10 is great because it's durable and doesn't get slippery when covered with mud, blood, or sweat. The 17-degree grip angle and wide variety of textures from mild to extreme, as well as color options and shorty versions are also available. 1911 grips, standard slim palm cells, thumb notches, safety cuts, bottom profiles, and more. More than 25 textures and 27 colors are available, and there's a coupon code for good for 15% off all handgun and rifle grips. And that code is AR-15 podcast. But that one, I don't even think I did the eye thing.
Oh, I did, but I could hear it coming. I was so excited. And I was waiting for the comments, drink! No, actually, I'm super stoked for this whole PCC thing still. I am kind of waiting on one to get here. I was going to do some checking on that today, but I didn't, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd be nice for that to show up.
Yeah.
I see that in the chat here, we have people talking to Klecker Klecker Tactical in the chat. It's like, hey, is it possible for you to do a speed holster for a Cabot or a 1911 Cabot Insurrection? And I'm glad to see somebody shooting one of those spendy guns.
Good.
Oh, yes. Did you guys know that if you go to VZ Grips, you can get a sweet sheath for the executive and the punch arrow?
Ooh.
And they might be made by Klecker. So there we go. Sponsors working together I mean, it's almost like dogs and cats living together. Peanut butter not sticking to the roof of your mouth anymore.
Oh man, yeah, that's a bummer. I don't like that.
No. So you were saying, Garth, you're excited for this PCC match?
Well, yeah. Again, like I said, I'd be a little bit more excited if my new PCC showed up, but that's here nor there because things happen in life and sometimes it's out of our control. I just hope it does get here before the match because I'd like to go out and test it a few times and see if I'd like to take it to the competition. Otherwise, I guess I'll just shoot Black Rain because that's what it is.
He's also talking about a high point.
I mean, I would buy a high point. Honestly, if high point took Glock mags, I would be all in.
Boo.
I'm sorry. I listen again. I love the high points, but I don't necessarily care for a 20-round capacity extended magazine. That's not enough.
I know. I understand that. I'm just going to tell you how there are many superior mags to a Glock mag.
I'm sure there are, but I shoot Glock mags.
I know you do.
So
they were talking about your coming out party earlier, so we understand.
yeah.
Ha
Drink.
I watched what says Colt mags, and he is not exactly wrong. They are good because they do feed from both sides. MP5 mags are amazing, and Scorpion mags as well. I will not get into why curved mags are better besides aesthetics, because 9mm is technically a tapered case. But
Feeding issues. That's why I always went against them.
What?
Curved mags. I had the SIG MPX. I hated it because
the curved mags weren't the issue with that.
Well, it didn't help. It did actually. For me, it was an issue because I couldn't just ram them home because I had to like lip it in there, and I wasn't used to that, and so I ate seconds off my time. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah, like a Colt mag would have been better for you, I think. But yeah, you're seeing a lot of guys run away from the MPX for competition.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, but no, that is not an uncommon thing. Joe, so anything else that you're excited for, or Area 3 in the PCC world? And
excited for the same thing Garth's excited for if it ever shows up. But mine's not going to be for competition. No way. I mean, I bought the Shardy, and it's just going to be a range toy, maybe a truck toy, or throw under the. If I can find a way to put it under the back seat of the truck, just in case.
Yeah.
But
because reasons.
I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if they show up. But I'm also waiting on the suppressor for it, and I was going to talk to you about it, but because it's an AR lower, technically, would the FRT or the Super Safety fit or run on that? Would they run that?
So theoretically, yes. It would. So Jim says, so I shouldn't buy an MPX, BRN 180 instead.
I'm not saying that it's a bad gun, because if you're out at the range and just plunking around, it's great. But we were seeing a lot of guys having feeding issues when going from a cruiser ready,
full mag, empty chamber with the bolt closed. It did not like. Not
at all. And so I don't know how many MPXs were there zombies the first year, but there were hardly zero the second year.
It would come down to what your intent is. Like, if you want to have it and just go to the range and as a range toy, any gun will work.
It's an expensive range toy.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of
BRN 180. I really like mine. I still like it. It's not like my man. I love this thing so much, but I do still really like it. Like right now, I have an odd fascination with a high point AR.
I mean, that's probably my next gun now.
Decided to go with a me gun. Now, the BRN 180 has been great. I've loved it. Mine's been dead nuts reliable. Great host. I've got about just over 1,000 rounds through mine, and it's worked really, really well. So, nope. But as you go through talking about those things, and it's like, yeah, have this little thing around. So the FRT. So FRTs get weird because how the FRT works is
need that lower shelf.
Well, no, the FRT you don't need a low shelf. But it generally needs a full auto bolt carrier because of how the hammer moves through. Now the super safeties work with a GI spec trigger.
Yep.
But you have to cut the trigger down like a little bit on the back so that everything fits in there. I've seen more people running super safeties on some of the nines than I have the FRTs. I know that they make like some conversions for FRTs, but I have not personally installed one into a 9mm lower.
Maybe once I get it, I'll give them a call or I'll talk to the company and see if.
But the jack, I kind of if I want to circle back to Jim again for the jackal because I had a jackal too, and wasn't a fan of that either. But that was the 14.5 inch. So, and there was an issue with that all the way, but I think they fixed it. So. I don't know, that 10.5 that we had for testing was
amazing,
lights out. So yeah, if you're thinking pistol or the full 16-inch, I say go for that too. I mean, they're sweet guns. The 10.5 inch was amazing, just from what I remember. Probably should have. Didn't you take that, or did you buy that, or did you send that back?
What's that?
The jackal.
No, we sent it back.
Oh man, we should have kept that one. That was a good one.
Nope, we sent that one back. We talked about it, and the rate at which we would have had to buy it did not make sense.
Yeah, but it was a cool gun.
Yeah, I am just currently trying to read some stuff. I guess there's some guys running Foxtrot mics with the FRT, but apparently the Mat 9 does work with a super safety.
Right on.
That might answer the question then.
And Dr. Scary Guy, the reason you can't get a strip lower from High Point is because the strip lower and the AR cost the same price. So
that is not true.
Why would they sell strip lowers when they can't keep the full thing in?
Correct. That is 100% correct.
That's where I'd go with it. But
I think it's just I watched what says I put an Atrius in my 9mm AR lower, but I also have changed it over to a Maxim roller delayed buffer system. So I've taken weight out of the bolt. So I have one of those that should be here on Monday.
The Atrius?
Yeah.
That was the other one I was looking at.
Actually, in our Discord, there was another one that was brought up recently that is a different FRT, or not FRT, super safety style. And I really, really want to buy that one. But since I already have one coming, I'm not going to buy another.
Or you could.
Oh, I know I could. But as I'm waiting for Discord to load up and bring that so I can share the link to it, this one is supposedly in stock and like ships now, whereas my Atrius is like I ordered that on July 20th or 21st.
I was looking at their website last week, and it looked like they're getting shorter lead time. Like, I think you must have ordered right as some stuff dried up. because it looked like they were even shipping some of their August orders already. So, but who knows? You never know where you're going to get in on that. It's kind of the issue me and Garth are waiting on.
Yeah.
Oh, the normal AR or 9mm AR has extra weight in the bolt that interferes with the super safe. They let you trim the weight for the lever to not hit it, which makes sense. No, it's kind of like the full auto trigger thing. So, again, that is the downfall of playing with some of the stuff is you have to get creative.
That's always okay.
Yeah, that's why
I got a Dremel. I'm a gunsmith.
I are gunsmith. I've been that guy.
Well, you I trust.
Have you seen the port job he did on the injector or the loading port on his Bronchi?
I mean, people gotta start somewhere.
Hey, now in my defense, that port job I did on the Franke for the loading port, I will say it 100% in my defense on that. I did that freehand.
Well,
like not with a like
not a jig or anything. Yeah, I know. I get shit. It's
effective.
It works, right?
Yeah. It definitely did the things, and I've used it. And yeah, I get bored easily and have a Unimat and a Dremel. This is from I Watched What. And that is true. And I straight up bought a milling bit for the Dremel and just tipped it over on my workbench before I had a mill or anything like that, and just went to freehanding and smoothed out the loading ports, and everything worked well. All right, so I do not want to do your thing. No. How do I get rid of you? There we go. So I'm going to share this for anyone watching. Say again?
No, go for it.
So for anyone watching live, Contact Front Solutions is the name of the company that I was referring to. And they have, the reason why I'm excited is theirs is an ambi super safety.
Oh, that's cool.
And of course, it just goes in and drops right down. And it is $199
on sale.
And allegedly they have 37 in stock. So, yeah, I am excited for that. And that should be a interesting thing if somebody wanted to try that. But I will send you the link for that over. Actually, if you're in the Discord, you can get it.
Yep. Just go to Discord.
If you're not, go to join the Discord so you can get it.
Precisely.
Every once in a while, there's some interesting stuff in our Discord.
It goes off constantly.
Yep.
And I'm not opposed to it at all. I love the people are there hanging out and chatting. I just can't keep up, so I always get lost.
In Discord?
Yes.
Yeah. That happens. Unless you're like straight into it. You got to be able to come back and pick up on 7 conversations at once.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And that is what we were going through. And so I know that we were talking earlier. I do think, and I just got a text from somebody as well, and I think you do need a low shelf for the FRTs.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. So, and then
to recommend them.
Yeah, which probably isn't in the. Or I might look at that one you just pulled up. Maybe we'll give that a try. I'll have to look into it and see if that's compatible.
Well, if not, I do know a guy with a mill in his garage, and we can make a low shelf. But no, we have that, and making your stuff. Again, That's part of the fun of owning guns, is making them customizable and making them your own, almost like making your equipment your own. And if you're in need of reliable custom Kydex holsters, then Clucker Tactical is your one-stop shop using premium USA source material. Clucker Tactical will build you a holster in a variety of styles and colors, along with light and laser options, as well as knives and daggers. Whether you're in law enforcement, a competitive shooter, or an everyday gun enthusiast, trust that Clicker Tactical will provide every firearm owner has access to top-tier and personalized holsters, as well as quality custom products that you can't find anywhere else. Use code AR-15 podcast for 10% off at CleckerTactical.com. Yeah, let's see here. Low shelf works better, but just cutting out the front of the shelf down will work too. And Dusky says that he can't wait for his third Clicker holster to get in. I know that I have been carrying my appendix holster for a long time now, and I thoroughly enjoy it and love it.
Yeah, I think I need to reach out and have him make me a holster for this bad boy. I have not tried the laces out holster for my platypus for it yet, but I think a gun this pristine needs its own holster.
Yep. Oh, it says, okay, I can, as designed super safety as ambi with, can I respond? What's that? Clicker says, okay, I can respond now. As designed super safety, super after is ambi with AR style safety. Are you having a stroke? Do you smell toast? No, and I'm excited to see how that shoots for you, Garth. I know that with that being a comped gun, it's going to be nice, that factory comp.
Oh, it's going to be sweet.
And you are a fan of comped guns?
I am. I've always enjoyed them, man. The macro line with the comp built in is fantastic. It's where it's at. 100%.
Maybe I'll get something big and goofy in a comp for this.
Oh, that'd be sweet. I dig it.
Yeah. And then I'll talk to Klecker and see if he won't make me like a sweet chest holster, but rides on the side, so I can like pull it out of a shoulder holster for, like, that's what I need, is a shoulder holster for my Raider, but I think they call it a sling.
Well, yeah, I guess it would be a sling technically, but it'd be cool if he could design something like that. So it could be the 1980s action movie where you throw the trench coat or your suit jacket away and pull that bad boy out and go to blast.
Oh, hey, Klecker's been AS design, as designed, super safety is ambi AR safety. And because dang, fat fingers or fat thumbs and small phone. Tell me about your finger problems, bro.
You got big fingers too. Funny.
No, and yeah, so that was a lot of fun. But this is definitely a fun thing, and I'm this is going to be primarily a fun gun. It might be my new traveling rig if I'm traveling somewhere and maybe don't want to take a full-size AR with me. Might take that just for the extra point of contact when you're firing it.
Oh no, yeah, it's a sweet backpack setup. Compressed, easy to conceal. Don't have to worry about a big bulky case. Throw that in a backpack.
Yeah. The only thing that would be better is if it was the 365 one.
You think so?
Well, I only say that because then I would have commonality with my...
Oh, okay, that's fair. Just for the magazines. Yep, I understand that.
Because I typically don't carry a 320.
No, the only time I actually shoot a 320 is when I'm in competition. Otherwise, it's a 365. So I get that. I understand that. Makes sense.
But yeah, that's a thing. So, Joe, you got anything else here tonight before we start?
No, just looking forward to getting out shooting this weekend.
I know that
clear my head from all the crap that's going on. It's weird how that shit will affect people.
Yeah, and I know that we are going to do some training this weekend, even if it's just us. But we'll have some stuff with that. May even have some video later, maybe, possibly. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully I can join you guys.
Yeah. Garth, you got anything else to think about here as we start to get closer to winding down?
Oh, no, man, not really. I mean, I am excited for tomorrow because, again, I get to go shoot the P211. I'm going to go try to become a gunsmith myself and try to sandblast a P320 grip module with a sandblaster I bought on Amazon. So we'll see how that all takes part and stuff. And beyond that,
rubbing off on you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a guy, but I just want to try it myself just for once, see how it goes.
Well, and our guy might not be doing it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, apparently he sold all of his stuff.
Well, crap. All right.
Oh, is he the one that the idiot bought it from?
Probably.
I didn't hear that either. Huh. Yeah, whatever.
We'll talk about it here out here.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. So Dr. Scary Guy says, I'm boozing and blasting laser mantis around the room right now.
Hey, it's safe because only one of them's loaded.
That is true.
The Blackbeard is fun.
I love my Blackbeard.
I don't use it enough. But
have you guys been using your Ace VR lately? I have not. I feel really
Yes.
bad. Okay.
Yes,
good.
I have.
Someone is.
Well, I during the week I try and get on there, and I try and get on it 2-3 days a week, and then I'll forget about it, and my headset will die.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at right now because I saw it today. I picked it up and put it on. It was dead. I was like, oh.
So I have been using it and playing with it. I have a couple new dots and stuff like that are available. So it's definitely been fun. But anything else, Garth?
Yeah, guys, you should check out Patriot Patch, patriotpatch.co for all your patch needs. I know we have a new patch of the month. Is that it, Nick? Because I did not open mine yet.
It is.
Cool.
And it says Dangerous Freedom.
Dangerous Freedom, baby. So yeah, go check out Patriot Patch, patriotpatch.co. $15 a month gets you the Patch of the Month Club. But guys, it is awesome. Direct patches to you every month.
That is right. Joe, you got anything else to add before we start to sign off?
Just get out there, be safe, check out our social medias, check out the other. We don't have any companies to plug tonight like we usually do going on, but yeah, just get out, share stuff, keep a positive, happy vibe with everything going on right now. It's contagious one way or the other. So if you're happy, makes people around you happy, it'll spread.
Exactly. That's why I'm such a fun guy. I'll grow on you. Garth is just going.
So many words for that. I was going to leave it alone. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Charlie's back.
Garth, you got anything?
I mean, nothing you're not going to say anyway, but I'll say it because of everything that's been going on, guys. Before you ever go out to the range and shoot, go get some medical training because we live in dangerous times. So
we do, guys. Situational awareness. This is dad advice from Dooley. Situational awareness. Be aware of where you're at. Be aware of the world around you. Have a pulse on what's happening. Like, kind of be cognizant of your neighborhood, where you live. You should know your neighbors. And
do I have to?
Well, I didn't say I have to talk to them. You should know them. But no, it's kind of know where you're at, and in lack of a better term, learn to read the room, and kind of be able to look at that, because we've already alluded to it. I keep saying it. What a time to be alive, and guys, I'm not saying this to try and stir up anyone to be scared, but check out body armor. It's not a bad thing to have. I don't say you need it. It's if you want it, go get it. I recommend training it. It makes a great workout asset.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy it, put it on and move around in it. Otherwise, when you do need it, you're gonna be SOL. Size it, make sure it fits.
Yeah, you don't just throw it on and leave it flopping around on you without tightening it up. Because I know somebody who did that once. And
do some dry fire with it so you know if it affects where you shoulder. Like Nick said, you don't need it, but if you buy it, at least use it. It's no different than buying a gun, throwing a dot on it, and then pulling it out of the safe a year and a half later and the dot's dead or something stupid like that. You use your gear if you're going to pay for it.
I watched what? No, dude, I'm the fattest guy. I'm barbecue sexy size. If they fit me, they can fit you.
Yeah. And no, it's and they sell extensions for a lot of it. But
they do.
No, guys, go out, run your gear, run your kit, run your gun. And I would say run your gun, not your mouth, because it's like go out, learn to use your kit, learn to use your gun, and talk about it on the internet later. I know that I don't have a lot of internet presence outside of this, but I talk to people on a couple forums and stuff like that. But guys, remember, we do live in interesting times. The world is an ever-evolving place, and we don't know what evil lurks out there. Go out and get medical training. If you carry a gun, you should carry a tourniquet, and carry a med kit. Go get training, even just a local stop the bleed course. Expect to self-rescue because no one is coming to save you, and you will be your own first responder. And guys, with that, you folks out there, stay safe and stay armed.